We're here at GovHack for 2025 with Team Data Revolution. Let's get to know the team.
I'm Stephen Pratt.
Dr. Baba Bhatti.
My name is Gabriel Russ. I'm a senior data analyst.
Hi, my name is Rugved and I'm in year 12.
I am Husan, a second year software engineering student.
My name's Jacob, software engineer by trade, developer on the team.
I'm Lukas, I'm a designer.
Hey, I'm Mohammed, IT officer.
My role in GovHack with my team is problem statement and scripting for the video.
What I bring to the hackathon with the team is experience. So my area of expertise is a little diverse as well, but it comprises data center. So I've delivered data centers. AI and cybersecurity is my area of interest in which I did my PhD as well. And strategic management and digital transformation. GovHack 2025, I'm glad they have included this topic, but yet at the beginning level. So I'm happy to start with the measurement level. And that is exactly what we are trying to solve here this time.
My role in Team Data Revolution is a bit of a data guru. They do refer to me as the team leader. They do look at me to fill in all our administrative requirements, making sure our team's registered, making sure we've selected our challenges, making sure our submission goes in on time on Hackerspace. Again, the data is normally where I find myself in the hackathon.
GovHack's not purely a coding hackathon, so there's a lot of data. So my role is to sort of bring the findings that the data team finds and bring it to life and really present it in a meaningful way. Currently, my responsibility is to build the landing page. So we'll have some data analytics on that page, really show off some of our key findings there.
My role in GovHack is designer, also graphic designer. I do pictures, I find content for the videos, all sorts of fun creative stuff. Did the logo, I did the branding for the project. I think I came up with the name for the project. A lot of the front user-facing things. Not quite the design, but a lot of the branding and how we branded the project.
My role in Team Data Revolution is working on videos, getting stock footage for our team. In terms of the script, I'm helping planning out our introduction and our main theme for what we're going to add in the video.
This time around, I'm a data cruncher, so I'm helping Gabe and a couple other people with just going through tons of data.
I am doing some of the prototyping for our web application that will show ideal spots to be able to build new data centers, factoring in a bunch of simulated data. So we're building this using Next.js with a bunch of, for the most part, kind of custom components to render out a more or less fake map, layering on top of that a few icons to represent where different population centers are, where power generators are, and where some of the existing data centers are.
Oh yeah, and I helped out with the icons. I got a lot of icons.
If you asked me last year, I'd probably would say Domino's, but it seems like KFC is the ripe option here.
I'm going to say biscuits, just Arnott's biscuits, like the Arnott's teddy bears. Not the tiny teddies, the big teddies. They're the good ones.
My go-to is usually a large latte.
It was a cappuccino.
I like hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
I actually don't really mind what I'm drinking as long as the caffeine's there. So it could be an espresso shot, it could be a latte, it could be a cappuccino. I tend to have a latte in the mornings and then a cappuccino in the afternoons.
Oat milk cappuccino.
I don't drink coffee at all. If I have to have a hot drink, it's either tea or hot chocolate.
My coffee order was latte.
So at the moment, it's a lot of copywriting, a lot of ideation and focus on my podcast. So it used to be video editing as well, but I've outsourced that. And apart from that, if I do get time, I should be at the gym, but not as much as I would wish to be.
I like to read, which I've recently gotten back into. I did not like reading before. I like going on long walks.
I like to play video games and code, to be honest. And go to the gym, that's about it.
Lately, I have barely any spare time, but I'm trying out 3D printing at the moment. Yeah, and a little bit of, I have to do coding because of uni, but.
I hang out with friends, play games, work on my school assignments. That is my spare time.
I developed some video games, so I actually went to uni with the intent of getting into game development, but pivoted out of that into software engineering midway through. But as a bit of kind of a fun pastime, I do build little games here and there.
What I love doing is looking at the problems from different lenses. This is part 2, and part 1 is finding the problems. I don't find opportunities. I find problems.
In my spare time, I like to paint Warhammer. So those are little tiny soldiers. I play video games. I also do graphic design and drawing as well.
I did a little bit of flying, a little bit of shooting at the cadets. But yeah, just overall, I'm really, really interested in aviation. I'll be a pilot one day.
I have a massive collection of Lego figures, like over 1,000 of them. So I've got them in frames on my wall at home.
I can sing very well.
I'm a general board member on the SA Makers Association, so we operate Makerspace Adelaide and some of the repair cafes around Adelaide.
I like hot chocolate too.
People might not know about me that I know how to fly. In a plane, of course. Like fly.
My favorite animal is a beluga whale.
I think it's an interesting tool that definitely hasn't got to its full potential yet, but if it does get to the potential that a lot of the major players in that space are talking about, that there would probably have to be some pretty substantial societal shifts to accommodate that level of automation.
So I think it's a powerful tool that can definitely assist and streamline some repetitive processes, but we just have to be mindful, obviously, in evaluating the outputs for accuracy. You know, there is that risk of hallucination. So we want to make sure that we're using it responsibly and effectively, but I don't think people should, ignore AI.
AI is now very essential. We're in 2025. It's an essential part of the technology revolution, but it is pretty scary too, how fast it's evolving.
I think AI is a great tool, but I also think that the people who are training AI need to be very careful about not violating copyrights with training material. That, I think, is an issue that we are running into head first and something that really needs to be looked into. Less AI and more about the training of it. But AI as a tool, I think, is really good. It speeds up things a lot. It's I think, the next big jump, like how computers were a big jump, AI is a big jump.
I think if used well, it's like a really, really nice, using a bus to get to school, you're just taking it like a plane, to be honest, just straight. Yeah, but yeah, again, it's a tool, so it can be used to help, but it can also be used to sort of limit yourself. So
Always say please to them. When they take over, they don't damage you. You're not a target to them, so have to be nice. Be nice.
As human, we are intelligent, right? And we are naturally intelligent. And the definition of intelligence is how fast you adapt to the ambience, to the milieu. So if you are adaptable, you are naturally talented. And then you must accept the artificial intelligence, you adapt to it, learn it, and leverage it in your life. That's how you can ride the wave of time.
I use AI to synthesize insights. So when I get a lot of content or transcribed things, I use it to synthesize and draw out the key points, and then use that to then inform how I'm going to create more insights. I do sometimes use it for very rough concept development of visual assets.
So there were quite a lot of long documents that we were looking at legislations. So I used AI to be able to give me quick outlines of what I'm looking at, and if it's relevant to what I'm looking at the moment.
Getting analogies.
We use the Copilot built into VS Code at work, and I've used a few other of the kind of chat apps for asking some interesting little questions and seeing what it would pop out with different answers. One of the most recent use cases was coming up with a bit of a running plan in preparation for the city today.
For the starting metaphor for the video, I started with something, but nobody understood. So I put it into ChatGPT to dumb it down a bit. And now everybody understands. That's one big use.
You don't have to make things perfect. Like, you're on a very limited time frame, so kind of using smoke and mirrors tactics where you make it look like something a bit more functional, especially from the tech side, just to make it appear that way for the video's sake. But even if it doesn't fully work, like, just having something is usually better than nothing, and spending the time to perfect it will cost you in the long run.
Advice for the people coming the first time is, first of all, come prepared. I'm not saying it's tough. You can do it. You can solve it. It does not matter what is your skill set. It does not matter what you know, and it does not matter what you do not know. What matters is, do you have a growth mindset? Do you want to learn? And how passionate are you to solving the problems? Be a team member. Be part of the team. So be open to giving your ideas, and be open to accept the criticism. Be open to learn.
Come and try your best. Honestly, it's a lot of the times when you don't know what you're doing, and you end up creating something really nice. And meeting a lot of new good people. So, yeah.
Going to the connections event, so there are opportunities, even if you haven't got people that are necessarily wanting to join you on that hackathon adventure, there's always some interested people that you can find, and you can also look for different skill sets, because something that a lot of people forget in this hackathon, in GovHack in particular, is the video. The video is the main draw card and the selling point for your solution. Without a good video, no one is going to acknowledge all the analysis and hard work that you've put into that solution. It's all about selling. So my tip is, get a good video editor and get an array of different skill sets. And if you don't have a team, go to those connections events so you can meet people with the skill sets that you need for your team.
Don't be lazy. Try to always stay on top of things, work hard, and don't feel hungry.
Just get involved. Just if you're on the edge, just show up. Maybe come to one of the networking events beforehand and join a team, get involved. It's good fun.
Have a good plan at the start. Like, the first few hours, you want to know what you're doing. You want to have a plan of action. Really define your problem that you're going to solve. Define sort of how you might solve it, and then work from there. Give yourself a timeline and then work backwards from that. If you're doing, like in GovHack, a video, you want to leave yourself enough time to do that.
I would tell them to get to know their teammates, because when you work together, there's so much you can pull out. For example, with the problem statement today, when we worked together, we pulled so much out of just one problem statement. So yeah, get to know team members, because they all have different, strengths and weaknesses. I would definitely. This is my 3rd year back, so I'll be coming back.
Absolutely. Love it here.
Whoa, hopefully you'll see me next year.
I'll come back next year, if the team is still intact.
Yes, I'll definitely be back next year. The team keep coming back, so therefore I have to keep coming back. But when they don't, you'll probably find me mentoring.
Quite likely. I mean, we're in 4 years in a row now. Might as well get to the big 5.
We hope you've enjoyed getting to know our team. Here we are at the end of 2025 GovHack. Thank you for watching our submission video. Hopefully you had a great time, and we would love to see you next year.
Yeah, no worries. My name is John Smith. I'm one of the data leads here in Data Revolution. And this is my best friend, Mohammed, who's brought pizza for me. For rowing? Sorry. You can't use any of this.
That's a question I can't answer.